All right, this is the video portion of our final examination, and I'm going to discuss problems, progress I've made, and plans for the future. Okay, for my general qualitative research, the biggest problem I faced, perhaps, is that it is so deeply researched a topic. My topic is how members of two AA groups in Houston, Texas achieved and maintain over 30 years of continuous sobriety. So one of the biggest problems is that because this topic of staying sober and methods of achieving sobriety is so deeply researched that it's hard to find papers within the last 5 years pertinent to my research. A lot of stuff from 15, 20, 25 years ago, but very little in the last 5 years. Another really good thing that happened, so it's not maybe really a problem, but it's a good thing, is thinking about the transformational versus the transactional elements of achieving and maintaining sobriety. Most transformative events will do best by a qualitative research that allows deep listening to the participants in the research. So that brings up other problems I have, some of which are problems of needing to learn about coding better, but that comes into plans, actually. Progress I've made. One of the big eye-openers in this semester was from week 2 and the idea of pluralism and realizing that even though a general qualitative study is the very best for me to use as an approach, the idea of maybe not phenomenological study, but at least the observer participant idea is more than just vital for me to really do a good job on my research. And I know that is harder and it goes against some of the rules, but it's something I would like to try to iron out. I've learned so much from this course, and one of the progress I've made is that the questions that I ask are not nearly as important as the responses that the participants give. In fact, the idea of wiping out the questions and just looking at the responses was a brilliant one for me to see, because the responses need to be specifically answering the research question. And that goes along with the idea of it's not the a priori thoughts I had, which present a bias, but it's the emergent themes that are developed from the research that I need to keep my focus on. So that leads me to the plans I have. I need to visit the writing center a lot more and get much more skilled with use of my computer as a word processor rather than a typewriter, which I've done for 50 years or whatever. I had learned a lot last semester and this semester too, along those lines. Coding techniques in both Word and Excel, although the qualitative software is compelling, and I may look into that a little more deeply. As for right now, just using the Word and Excel potential of my computer is in my plan. Visiting the library, which is always one of my most favorite things to do, and doing research perhaps on a second topic. If this completely does not work in 8550, I have, it was an emergent theme. Uh, the idea of two studies. This book, published in 1936 or the end of 1935, is highly derivative of this book published in 1934. So much so that back in my undergraduate days at Rice, we would say, well, old Bill Wilson sure punched a lot from Emmett Fox. And it's really true. I think that Emmett Fox's book was instrumental. I've read that before, but I don't believe that any deep research has been done on this, perhaps because the Emmett Fox book mentions religious, metaphysical, Christian things that would not have gone along with the overall egalitarianism of the big book. I think I will enter 8550 with much more confidence. I'm pretty convinced at this time that that's the direction I'm going in. I want to thank you, Dr. Chermack, for really guiding me and being there for me when I really have needed some key insight into my research. And I think that that is an ongoing kind of thing. I think you're great. Um, I'm not sure what else to say except that I do believe my Ayan Ali, my student success advisor, initially set me up to take this course before 8550. I do believe it would be real beneficial for people to take this course before or at least concurrently with 8550. I feel much more confident now about aligning my research question with the problem statement and the purpose statement. I feel the alignment kind of like my backbone of my study. Anyway, hope this hasn't been too long and too boring. And thank you so much for an incredibly great course. You know how highly I respect and value your tutelage and professional professorialism. Anyway, thank you so much.